Case Research on Lexis Plus for the Intellectual Property Research course at Boston College Law School. One nice thing about legal research is that everything you find can lead you to other relevant authority. One tool Lexis Plus has to help find additional relevant cases is the Lexis Headnotes. Let's start with the case Perfect 10 versus Amazon, 508 F3rd, 1146. Lexis Headnotes appear after some introductory information, but before the actual text of the case itself. Lexis Headnotes contain language of the case that the editors at Lexis have selected for the points of law they discuss. Readers can scan the headnotes and then jump to that actual discussion in the case by clicking on the headnote number. Headnotes can also be used to find additional cases selected by the editors to illustrate that same point of law. Clicking on a headnote index term gets us the choice of going directly to additional cases discussing this point of law, creating an alert, and, for those terms with one available, viewing a topic summary report. Especially if I'm new to a topic, I like starting with the topic summary report. The topic summaries supply key baseline information about a legal topic, including its definition, elements, links to the seminal cases, codes and secondary sources further analyzing the issue, and the applicable burden of proof and standard of review. The numbers in parentheses on the navigation bar tell how many documents are referenced in that section. Clicking instead on Get Documents retrieves the cases that contain one or more headnotes on this topic. We can now narrow this result set using any of the narrow by filters on the left, including a search within the results set. If we don't have a case to start with, we can still use the Lexis Topics to find relevant law from the Lexis Plus homepage. Select the Topics tab. Let's use copyright law as an example. We can now expand this outline of the law to find the topic we are interested in. Clicking on that term, in this case, federal court jurisdiction, takes us to the same cases we found when we started with a headnote. Going back to the case we started with, what if the most relevant portion of this case does not have a headnote associated with this? Lexis still takes us to additional relevant cases. At the bottom of the About This Document box is the legal issue trail. To use the trail, we must first select Activate Passages. Once the passages have been activated, click within the passage that contains the legal points we want to find additional cases discussing. The legal issue trail constructs a search using the actual language of the case that takes us to a list of citations that begin with the cases cited by the initial case for this issue, followed by a listing of citations to cases citing the case we started with. This should lead you to additional cases that may be relevant for your research. Another tool for case finding on Lexis is Ravel View. Ravel provides another method of sorting cases within your search results. After running a case law search, select Ravel View in the upper right-hand corner. Ravel View graphically represents the top 75 results from a search. The horizontal axis shows the chronology of these cases, oldest to newest. The vertical axis illustrates jurisdiction, with the highest courts at the top. The larger a case's circle, the more often that case has been cited, and the higher a circle is in the court's horizontal bar, the more relevant it is to our search results. Mousing over a case gives a quick view of which other cases a decision is connected to. Click on a circle to see those connections and get the link to that case at the top of the column.